Welcome, my friends, to a new flight for Kaneda's Sky Tours. We will do something different today. Again, uh, in, yesterday, this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 had a big update based mostly on the country of Japan, the country of the rising sun, as you can see behind us. Um, this update added some some details and some buildings and some amazing stuff. Maybe not in the place that we are flying today, but uh, it's kind of a link of a game that I've been playing lately that I love, which is the Ghost of Tsushima. Um, so as you can see there, we are in the island, in the actual island of Tsushima, and we will be doing some exploration and see how accurate uh, the game is in terms of representing the island. And I thought it's a nice practice to do and try to recognize the places and see how different it is. I've been doing some scouting previous to the flight, and I can tell you that there's a lot of differences, but it will be fun to see them and to spot the actual places. And bear with me, there are some details that I may not know because, as you may know, and if you are Japanese, you know that your country has a lot of history behind, and maybe there are some details that I don't know, so maybe you can add them on the comments. So let's get to it. Um, the island of Tsushima is divided now. It's divided in three islands actually. Um, by the time the game is portraying is I think if I remember correctly is the 1678 or 76, and by that time the island was divided in two. So right now it's divided in three by two canals, two artificial canals. That one of them was made close to the Mongolian invasion in 1671, and the other one was made in I think in 1900s. Uh, so now it's three-part island, and the airport is located in what it's supposed to be by game standards. It's supposed to be the Komoda Inlet. If you remember, is where Castle Kaneda is located, and as you can see, it's way more different than what is portrayed in the map. But let's get some altitude first, and we will need our map to see where we are going. Let's put it down there. Okay, so we are departing from the airport, which is supposed to be located in the Komoda Inlet, which now more than an inlet is actually a bay. It's called, I don't know which part of the bay is, but now it's the Kuruma Bay or the Kurosen Bay, whichever it is. Now it's not. This over here, this peak over here, around this area, all this is where the actual Castle Kaneda was located, which is now ruins. Only some ruins. So down below, you can, I guess that these are part of the ruins, and over here I guess that it was located the real Castle Kaneda that we see in the game when the game starts when Sakai falls. I think these are the ruins that are left. So different because according to the game, Castle Kaneda should be located near to the canal here, to the actual canal that divides the island. I guess it's there or here. We will see on the way back. And this is all an inlet. And actually, I saw some maps of an old map of Tsushima, and the actual map in the game looks more like it is now. I mean, all this part, all these small isles, they are not present in the game. And actually, the Azamo Bay is super simple, and in real life is much more intricate. And in the past, it was much more intricate even. There was more land, I guess, that since we are flooding a bit every year, we are losing land. And so yeah, the actual map of the game is more seemingly like the real, but not as much. They made it super simple. They have only the Azamo Bay is just a small archipelago and nothing like the real life thing. So right now, according to the game, we are in Saicho's Point, and right below us, this is where the game starts. Allegedly, this is Kiyomori's landing. Kiyomori landing, which is where Sakai encounters the Mongols for the first time. It's the opening sequence, it's down there. If you remember, this is where the cavalry charges down towards the Mongolian army the first time and the first battle. And I guess this is all the tutorial, the battle tutorial part, and this is where Sakai's uncle falls. And if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be where the first general, how was this place called? First General's Field. This is supposed to be where the camp, Sakai's camp, was located. So yeah, that seems pretty accurate of what you see in the game, except that there's a lot of woods and the cliffs looks much more higher. But yeah, that looks pretty accurate. Of course, there are no lighthouses or anything. I mean, the game is supposed to be like 500 years in the past. 400 years in the past. So I guess not many things felt down. This looks pretty similar to Kiyomori's landing, but I don't think this is it. I think the first one we saw is the actual Kiyomori. It looks more similar to it. This down here is supposed to be the shipyard that you burn at one point in the game. I hope I'm not giving any spoilers, but yeah, you see a lot of things in the trailers actually. Yeah. But this is supposed to be where the first Mongolian shipyard that you sabotage is located. And actually this is a marina, so seems accurate enough and representative enough. So we keep going south on the west coast of Tsushima, of the South Island of Tsushima. How was the name of the South Island? It was called Shimonoshima in real life. Okay, Port Ohira. I couldn't find any of the lakes that they portray in the game. I tried, and I found some things that they look like lakes and ponds, but I couldn't find any of those. So that was a bit of a letdown because there's a lot of super nice lakes in the game, but apparently they are not in real life. It's not the same. Lake Kunehama should be located here, where we are. It should be located down there. There's nothing. So right now we are flying over Isu Haramachi. This is the small town of Isu Haramachi, which is not represented in the game. And in the game it's called Ohama, but I think Ohama is there. Kuneinaka? No. Yeah, no. It's not there. And we keep going south. So that one down there is the Isu Haramachi Marina, which by game standards should be the Black Sands Inlet, I think. The whole island is around 70 kilometers long, and according to the routes that you can plot in the map in the game, it's actually 70 kilometers long from one point to the southest point to the northest point is 72 meters. So that seems accurate, but it's weird. It's weird how it's so compressed in the game. There are some things that are not where they are supposed to be. We will see it when we go north. I will show it to you. Being pointed in the map. So right now we should be by the beachside camp in the game, but I don't see any beach here actually. It's just cliffs and forests. Let's go a bit lower to avoid the clouds. Oh yeah, you like the G-force, right? I hope you like G-forces. Okay. That one there, according to the game again, should be Aoi Village, which now it's called, check, Aoi Village right now. Oh, we are fine. There. It's called Tsutsu, and one of those islands, one of those tiny islands here. At that point should be one of Kose Isle. No, Kijo Isle. There's a side quest there. It's pretty nice. Imagine all of this area covered with Mongolian warships, and you need to embark into one of those, looking for the daughter of one of the villagers of Aoi Village, or Tsutsu, whatever how it's called today. Okay, we reached the south part of the island, South Island. Let's start circling around, finding other places. These are supposed to be the River Child's wetlands, but the delta here, it's pretty much gone apparently. And maybe we could go up by the river. Oh wait, let's go to Azamo Bay, because I think that Azamo Bay is still there. Yeah, Azamo is still there. This actually is Azamo Bay. There's it's one of the biggest outposts that you liberate with Sakai. And that river actually is not in the game. Wako Island, Rectangular Crossroads, and those in front of us, those are supposed to be the old Azamo cliffs, but I don't expect that to be accurate because, as I said, everything is very compressed. Even when they didn't need to, they compressed, or maybe they just lie on the units in the game, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's compressed. Some locations are changed in the actual location in the real life map. Have some fields there. Isuharamachi Yoranain. Looks too yellow. And below, what do we have there? So according to the game, yeah, we're still all on all the Azamo cliffs here, down there. Let's go north now. I don't expect to see any shrines or temples from up here. So that's Shito Point. This is supposed to be Shito's Point. I guess in the game up there you had there was like a lighthouse where there was a dye merchant. I don't know, I don't remember if it was a white dye or a black dye merchant. I think it was a white dye merchant. So yeah, we keep going north. So we are right now flying over Kuta, and I think that Kuta was actually in the map. Kuta grasslands, yeah. They are more in this. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Kuta. I think that they respected the actual location, Kuta. Then you have the river there. Looks like there's a racing field there. But yeah, Kuta seems pretty accurate. In terms of location, of course, the geography is way different. Way different again. This river is present actually in the game. Or maybe this one, no. Actually no, this looks much more like Yoichi Crossroads. According to the map, yeah, looks like much more like the Golden River. And the Ogawa Dojo, where they're so over there, the Ogawa Dojo should be over there. In these mountains. Lady Ogawa was there. Yoichi Slope must be this one. This must be Yoichi Slope. So we are going back to where Kaneda Castle was located in the game. And this is Isuhara. Isuhara is the city of Isuhara. And Isuhara in the game, there's no city at all. It's just a clearing in the river. And I guess there's a fishing village inside at some point. Yeah, the Kechi fishing village. If we follow the game, it should be somewhere here. If you want to give it a location. So, as I was telling before, the current island is divided by two canals, one here, and that turns it into three islands actually. The canals are artificial. This one is the first one that was made in 1671. Is the Ofuna Kolshiseto canal, and this is the second canal. That is the Mante Kiseto canal that was made in the 1900s. By the game standards, all of this didn't existed, and this was just an inlet, and there was only one canal. That was this one. This island didn't existed in the game either. So for the game, only this part of the land existed, and Castle Kaneda was located right here, because it was the fortress that divided the two islands. Maybe it was like that in the past, but as we saw before, Castle Kaneda was located here, not here. So yeah, I guess there's some licensing there that they took in order to make the map more gameplay-ish, like whatever. But yeah, those are the main differences. In terms of, I mean, there's a lot of differences in terms of geography, but that's the biggest license they took. So for game standards now, we should be over the old Togo rice fields. Right now there are no rice fields, and if I remember correctly, this part was all plains with rice fields and the pampas grass where you can hide. There's a huge field of pampas grass, and this part here was more like a marsh actually. It's where you find the drowned man's shore. If you remember, there is a forest also that you meet Lord Shimura after you liberate Castle Kaneda. Here in the Hakutaku forest. There. Why we're gonna meet too much. There you go. So yeah, we keep going north, and this part over here, according to the game, should be the Firefly Marsh, and maybe I'm risking here, just shooting blind. This is where Fort Mitodake should be located. Let's see what's there today. This looks much like a location. Fort Mitodake. Maybe this part is non-existent in the game map. I think it's one of those parts that they left out, I guess. I mean, if you do a real map in a game, it would be quite difficult to explore, right? And many things are not supposed to be there because it's not necessary to make it 100% accurate, unless you're doing, of course, a flight simulator. So yeah, let's keep going, keep playing pretend. So right now we are flying on the Sumata Bay, maybe. Let's keep going north and try to see where's Castle Shimura. Waterfalls, Shimura Cemetery. So around here we should see, oh no, it's much more north, I think. Stairway Falls. There's a lot of rivers, inland rivers. So according to the game, again, around here we should see Owi Lake, where the Komoda forest is located, but I don't see it. I couldn't find any of the lakes that the game says that existed. Actually, these parts are very barren in terms of civilization and stuff. It's just endless forests. There is an endless forest in the game, but it's much more north, actually. They added a peak somewhere, Yamubashi peak. Maybe it's that one, Yamubashi peak. This is where the geography turns not accurate at all, because I think that the south island was somehow more representative of what the game shows, but North Island, not that much. Yeah, we are allegedly flying over the endless forest right now, or not? Maybe more north. And sadly for me, Castle Shimura never existed, apparently. Those are one of those details that maybe, I don't know, maybe they existed and it was erased from the memory, but there's not even ruins for the castle. So I assume that it doesn't exist anymore. That one there is Shitaka, I think. Which Yosemite didn't exist. Fort Izumi. That's where Fort, I guess. No. Iwai village. Yeah, we are still not north enough to be Fort Izumi. For Izumi village. Actually, Izumi is still there. It's kind of a city now. I have everything under control. We are not flying that too low. Logica. I'm still trying to look for the lakes. That looks like a lake. Or not. No, it's a bay. Still looking for the lakes or the ponds. A road down there. A river here. So we are flying over the alleged location of Castle Shimura, which is the second big castle that you need to liberate in the game. But I don't see it. It doesn't exist anymore, at least. Keep going north, keep going north. So that bay over there should be Izumi Bay in the game again. Remember that I always try to talk first of the map of the game and then we compare it with quote real life unquote. But I have both maps side by side here. It's different. Let's see if this is Izumi. Is it called the same yet? Juji. Omasu Bay. No, it's not even the same name. To our left we should have Hitakatsu. There, that's Hitakatsu. Let's take a closer look at Hitakatsu. Let's do some adventure flying in the bay. Let's go to the final destination, shall we? So, northwest. On the northwest side of the North Island, we should have the General Dogshin South Post, which is the final place, the final fight of the game. We should see the temple, right? Somewhere in here there should be the, how's it called? Sentas Jogaku temple. I don't even see the lake. Oh wait, there's a pond there. Found one of the tiny lakes. Maybe they are hidden, I don't know what they are. If they are that small, I wouldn't be surprised that I don't see it. The island of Jima is actually, it's 700 kilometers, square kilometers wide of land, so it's not something that you can just explore in half an hour, not even by plane. There must be a lot of places that we will not see. Maybe I didn't find yet, because it simply is not huge, but it's big enough. Okay, so up there's an observation deck in the Wainura, over Wainura. There's an observation deck for the Korea, so there, that way we have Korea, and that way is mainland Japan, right where the sun rises. So yeah. This side of the island we should have the final confrontation place. And this is supposed to be the Whalers Coast. All that is supposed to be the Whalers Coast, where now we can find the island. This island, what is this? Oh, it's traffic control. It's a traffic control office. So they might be following my flight from there, that tiny island. But we're not going there now. Bye bye. So yeah, let's go back to the airport now, because we reached the final area of the island. This is a very nice bay, Oura Bay. And actually there's a village. No, Kawachi. And we have some beaches down there. Black sand beaches, I assume. So these are supposed to be the Tsurara Otoshi hills, according to the game. If anyone wants to name the places, the real places, while I name the places from the game, feel free to do so in the comments. Remember that you can add timestamps in the video description. You can add timestamps when you want to jump to certain points in the game. You can just put the time in as part of your comment, and then you can describe whatever you want. Pretty easy. There's two numbers, two dots, two numbers, and that's it. That parking lot looks weird, man. So this is Sasuna Bay. Sasuna Bay. There. We will fly over Sago now. So this part is supposed to be the Kawachi whaling village, and I think no, this is about Sasuna. Yeah, no, there's nothing even resembling the name of Kawachi. Or Jogaku is over there. Was supposed to be over there for Jogaku. And this is supposed to be this Cedar Temple. somewhere here. Supposed to be the Cedar Temple. And now we can see some nice rice fields, and that's it. Sago Mill should be over here. Well, we are on the river's meet. Let's see if we can see Sago Mill. Sago Mill. This is supposed to be Sago Mill. I don't expect to see a mill now. Let's follow the river south. Wait, actually, yeah. Sago, I just named the location called Sago in the game. And Sago post office is right there where the rivers meet. So yeah, well, one, and this is supposed to be Sago Forest. So we are flying over Sago Forest according to the game now. And if we are not careful enough, we will end our trip sooner than expected, sooner than wanted, in the Sago Forest. So let's be careful. Zero speed. We are approaching the Nita Bay. In real life, which this was supposed to be White Falls village. There was, if I remember correctly, there was a haiku location around here. This is Nita Bay, which by game standards was just 3 houses, but in 400 years I totally see it growing this way, so it's okay. Over there should be another Fort Kaminodake. Over there. Actually, there's supposed to be an island there according to the game, but I don't see any small isle there. So right now we are on Kubara Ridge, and we are approaching the Sibling Rocks. Sibling Bay and the Sibling Rocks should be somewhere over there. I don't think we'll see them. I don't think they exist. Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. This one here is the Mine Bay. According to the game, Mine Bay is part of the Musashi coast. I don't remember. Maybe it was the island where Musashi has his famous duel at the end of the trilogy. I don't remember. I should check after this. And according to this, over there should be the Okada farmstead. But I don't see any town called Okada, at least at this point map. But yeah, that part, that thing, that this one here should be the Musashi coast according to the game. And we are approaching the end of the North Island, and actually we should start thinking on asking the airport to land again. Because we are approaching the end of our flight.
Romeo Juliet Delta Tango traffic Gano, 69er, 11 miles north, 2,300 feet inbound to land runway 14.
Yep. Well. Oh, we are close to the Smuggler's Estuary. This is supposed to be all marshlands in the game. Actually, it's where you meet all the Ronins and all the low lives of the island, and you learn your Usagi assassination. How was it called? That technique to stab someone from behind the rice doors and just drag them in your sword. According to real sword fighters, that's not supposed to happen, but well, it happens in movies, and that's enough for me. It was enough for the game developers, so it works. It works. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say that South Island was much more accurate than North Island. None of the towns that they name in the game map are here today, so yeah. Maybe I just aiming blindly. Maybe the North Island was made by another team. It wouldn't surprise me. It's how game development works, you know. No, it's impossible. If you played the game, you know that it's impossible, simply impossible to do everything. The same team cannot do everything that the game has. The game has a quantity of content that is impossible to do with just one team. So I will risk to say that there was a second team involved. It was two separate teams, maybe three, because the game is divided into chapters, and the chapters are the different parts of the island. And the first chapter happens in the South Island, while the last two happened in the North Island. And the last chapter is just the northeast part of the island, and I would say that yeah, it would make sense that it was made by two separate teams. And the fact that Shimura Castle don't exist, or at least there's no registry of its existence. And the last castle, there's another castle that the game portrays that I won't say anything because it's a spoiler. Um, there's no registry of that house as well. Yeah, we are going to land, lady. So let's go inside. Let's go to the inside camera. For the following videos, I may remove this annoying things showing those annoying guides. They are too invasive. They kill the feeling of flying. So yeah, there we have it. North Island on our left, South Island on our right. And we are flying over what's supposed to be Komoda Inlet. Which is just a group of islands, actually. We have some wind, nothing to worry about. Let's try to follow regulation and speed. So, as expected, the flight was 1 hour. We are in 52 minutes. So, it must be 7:30 a.m. We have the sun rising because we're in Japan. We have the sun. We must have the sunrise in Japan is a must. So yeah, we have the sun rising for a flight. I hope you find the comparison appealing. I found I found it interesting to do a comparison of a real life map and the game map of Tsushima. I really love the game. I don't care that the island in the game has nothing to do with the real life island. I'm a game developer, so I know that you're supposed to take licenses and do whatever is best for your game. And for the developers of Ghost of Tsushima, it makes sense to do what they did. And it works. It works, and I love it. And I will play it again and again and again. But yeah, since we had this update in Japan, I wanted to do this flight and show to whoever's interested in not seeing all the differences. So let's land, boy. Let's land this bad boy. Oh, yeah, we are flying again on a Cessna 172, in case you didn't notice. Because again, for sightseeing, is the best plane. The best plane I found. There we are. Ready for touchdown. Clunk. A bit clunky is landing. Sorry for that. Okay. We flew over Tsushima. we saw how Tsushima looks in real life, somewhat in real life. There are the boys. Get out of my way, thing. Again, I hope you enjoy the flight, enjoy the view, enjoy the sunrise, and enjoy Tsushima Island. Uh, I don't know where our next flight will be, but remember that you can just let me know if you have any specific location that you want me to fly. And if you have any information, I would appreciate it. If you have any special spots, you can send me details on private messages to our Facebook page, or just leave it in the comments here on YouTube. I'm planning on doing some live streaming flights one day, uh, for people to join us. So if you want to do that, I we will be very much uh, delighted with your participation. So again, thank you for indulging me on these virtual tours in these times of staying at home. And I hope everyone's safe and sound, and keep it that way, okay? And see you on the next flight. Bye bye. Sayonara.